Hello, hockey, basketball, and soccer fans. My name is David. Thought I would start this video at 9:30 on the evening of Saturday, 20th of January 2024 Eastern Time. So I'm coming, YouTube world, to you with the 14-minute mark of the third period having come and gone in this month's Leafs Canucks game. And thought I would make a couple references. Plan to post a link a little bit later to a thread that I, at the time, had been typing up. To about a couple references to the word dynamite. So I'm going to go to a November 2022 edition of the Daytime Pacific Time via Sportsnet 650 Halford and Brough show. I'm claim made by Jason Brough about the time for the Canucks front office to stop tinkering around the edges with that team's 2022-23 roster in favor of starting to use, quote, some dynamite, unquote. At the time, the Canucks had come off a 5-2 away loss to the Habs, and there was no doubt at the time that it was a huge problem. Canucks had been struggling badly. Kind of forget where they were at the time, so I'm just going to go, if I can, just going to go to, alright, where is it there? Alright, just go, where you go to, alright, so that was 9th of November 2022, Eastern Time, in the evening, so in the Pacific Time in the afternoon. So that was after the Canucks had dropped. When was that there? So it was after game 14 of the. Right there. Just gonna do. So what I'll do is, I'm gonna go here. So what was that? Just going to go to where the schedule and results were. So in October, the Canucks lost both their extra time games and OT. Yeah, so it was a shootout loss. So yeah, so 9th November Eastern Time. So it was 11 points over 14 games via a 4-7-2-1 win, regulation loss, OT loss, shootout loss record. So as a game, so on the 9th of November. So that is what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to do that there. It's going to do what were the NHL standings back then. The NHL has this nice cool feature that for standings as of a certain date, at least during this season and last. So what I'll do is I'm going to go back to, where did it go here? Ooh, whoops. Alright, so I'm going to go back to, here we go. So just to recap, the Canucks would end their last season would end their season 5th in the Western Conference wildcard race, and the Pacific Division 3rd from the bottom, with the Sharks and Ducks in that order having each done worse. So now what to do is those standings as of games that have concluded by the 14th, by the morning of the 15th of April, Eastern Time. Last 15th of last April Eastern Time. Whoops. Sorry for that. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm just going to. Please hold on a moment. Alright, so. There's just trying to do here. I'll try another way. Alright, so. Let me just go. Alright, so we're going to go to November. So as of games that ended on the 9th of November 2022, The Canucks were there. Where were the Canucks? All right, so they had a 4-7-2-1 record at the time. They had been tied with the Coyotes and Preds on points following the then most recently completed preseason, but among the three teams, the Yotes had played the least number of games at 12, so had been fifth at the time in the Western Conference wildcard race. Preds had been sixth, so the Yotes had a 5-6-1-0 record after 12 games and 11 points. The Preds, after 13, had put up a 5-7-0-1 record. The Canucks, after 14, had put up a 4-7-2-1 record. So which team has the highest points percentage? The Yotes, 45.8, rounded to the nearest tenth of a percentage point. Preds, second highest, 42.3. Canucks, the lowest at 39.3. Among Western Conference teams, only the Sharks, 32.1, via a 3-8-0-3 record, and Ducks with a 4-9-0-1 record, and the Blues with a 3-8-0-0 record had lower point percentages. So just before to recap, though, the Blues would end up below the Canucks. So in the Western Conference, the Canucks ended up higher than the Blues, Yotes, Sharks, Blackhawks, and Ducks, just 2 points ahead of the Blues. So it's going to be interesting to find out. It was going to be interesting to find out whether the Leafs would end up coming back from 6-4 down, but it was hard to be optimistic, even after the 17-minute mark in the third period, and yeah. There was no doubt, and with even by the 16:59 mark, shot attempts had been 62-50 in favor of the Leafs. But again, and it was empty net. But again, it's really about using dynamite. And another reference is in April of last year. By Sid Seixeiro on the first relevant episode of City TV Toronto's Breakfast TV that had followed the narrow loss of a play-in game to the Chicago Bulls, and that, figuratively speaking, Seixeiro claimed the Raptors front office going into the last NBA trade deadline, quote, should have thrown a stick of dynamite, unquote, into that roster. Well, I think it's time for, whatever does happen in the Leafs-Canucks game, whatever was going to happen, it was going to be time for President Shanahan and GM Treliving to throw a stick of dynamite. I don't know what's going to happen with the core, with the core 5 in the offseason, or even in the regular season, but there's no doubt whatsoever that the Leafs need to find ways. They need to beef up their blue line, and that's likely going to take into the offseason to do. And if Leafs don't end up qualifying for a playoff spot, then so be it. I don't see the Leafs as capable of winning more than one game of a playoff series. Never mind 4 that they will need to win if they are going to win a playoff series. Last season, Jets was pretty much a template for what happened. The Jets ended up falling off a cliff from kind of a January until April. And with Peg City Hockey YouTube man having claimed that it had been quote, poetic justice, unquote, that those Jets had lost their one and only 2023 playoff series in 5 games, and having been outscored by 2 or more goals in each of games 2, 3, and 5. Games 2, 4, and 5. Game 3, the Jets had been down 4-1 before coming back to tie that game and lose in double overtime. Overall, lots of changes have to be made. Definitely look forward to that live stream to be hosted by that Leafs Talk live stream to be broadcast on the Sportsnet YouTube page, and with a link already made available. on the Twitter page of Sportsnet 590, the fan, a Toronto radio station. Sure, there's going to be some, definitely some comment about the defense from co-hosts of that stream. I believe one of them was JD Bunkiss. I'm not sure about the other. I have to check Twitter, but whatever. There's no doubt the Leafs have some serious issues. So if you like the video, please do make sure to click the like button. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please feel free to do so. If you do also click the notification bell, you'll receive more time notification of videos that I put out. I try to put out long form videos at least every other week, and short videos multiple times a week. On that note, I'm going to say go Leafs go Raptors go Toronto FC go, and with respect to Canadian national teams, national sports teams for which I cheer, go Canada go.